Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Ortho1. Thank you, Sports Science India, for this opportunity. So this is the basics. We'll just touch upon this. Let's start. What is the science behind the sport? Each sport has its own science. What is the exercise physiology behind it? How to check for your own body fat? How to check for your strength? How to check whether your aerobic and anaerobic fitness is good? How good is your reaction time and how good is your aerobic fitness? This is what you are going to learn in the next few videos after this. So, basics of exercise physiology. Now, exercise physiology, it is the study of how your body adapts to your training, physical activity or exercise. Now, what all adapts? Your heart and your lungs, your neuromuscular, nerves, muscles, and then how do you test for it? You test for oxygen consumption, heart rate variability, your muscle function, your energy expenditure, and hormonal responses. All of this will be touched by my presenters. Now coming to sports physiology, it is a specialized branch under exercise physiology which optimizes athletes' performance. What is special in this? Biomechanics and nutrition and recovery strategies. Other things are similar to what is being seen in exercise physiology, which is again your heart, lungs, muscles. Coming to energy systems. In this game, as we see, can you see that jump, that sprint? Which is the energy system which is being used? That is the ATP phosphocreatine system, which usually uses in explosive sports like jumps. Then slowly your energy, this is for the first 15 seconds. Then in the next 60 seconds, the glycolysis system comes in, which is for your 400-meter races. And finally, the endurance, that is the oxidative or the aerobic fitness comes in. Let's talk about the principles in exercise physiology for training. The first is overload. The second thing is specificity for that sport. Third thing you should know is individual differences. And fourth thing is the reversibility principle. Overload. When you give your body some stress, your body will adapt to it. But there is a very thin line. The load that you give has to be very progressive. There's a very thin line between overtraining, overloading. Second principle is the principle of specificity, that you have to train specific to the goals that you want to achieve. It is specific to your own sport. How can you train specific? By specific sports movement, specific energy system training, specific skill development, and specific muscle group training. But then you should never compare yourself to your colleagues, because there are individual differences because of your genetics, physiology, biomechanics, psychology, and previous training experiences. All of this together then translates into your performance. Then comes the principle of reversibility. That states that if even 5 days of inactivity causes muscles to lose elasticity and aerobic capacity, will decay by 5%. Approximately 10% strength is lost after 8 weeks. Ideally, the first to go is power. So, loss of physiological and performance adaptation is detraining. So, no matter how hard you have trained, if you don't train, your changes are always transient and reversible. Therefore, if you can't maintain a volume, maintain that intensity.